Hey, good afternoon, everyone. This is Michael Aman here. And this afternoon, we are doing a quick walkthrough of the GSLifestyle product. It's one of the products offered by the company known as GS Partners. All right. So without any further ado, let's begin. Okay. So as stated before, my name is Michael Aman, and I am at a GS Partners executive rank, qualified for the GS Partners executive rank. And I'm the leader of a community known as the GS Caribbean Premier Team, part of the Synergy Gold Group. The co-host and the facilitator for this Zoom room is Mr. Marlon Thorne, who is also a GS Partners Director Qualifier. He's leader of the team No Excuses, part of the Wealth Builders Worldwide group. Now we have the session, we aim to have it every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we also have on occasion the training taking place on Thursdays, which is the Thursday Tips and Tricks training at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we navigate the GSLifestyle platform. For this afternoon, we are introducing the GSLifestyle product for those who may not be familiar with what it is, or they may have heard GSLifestyle and would like to know a little bit more about what it is all about. Okay, so what is GSLifestyle? Well, GSLifestyle is freedom. Many people are excited about cryptocurrency, but the problem has always been how to buy, hold, and spend it until now. But before moving on, I just want to understand or underscore this line called freedom. In the financial industry, of course, there are many people who are abusing the financial system, and there are also companies that try to restrict or control the freedoms that some people have, partly because of these abuses. Okay, there's money laundering, there's drug trafficking, human trafficking, arms, all sorts of craziness that's taking place, and we understand and acknowledge that. But many times, the people who get involved in those things work around any transactions that are placed on them by the financial system. And the people who are basically penalized are generally the innocent parties, which means when persons may have to send a certain amount of funds to a relative or friend in a Caribbean country, for example, they're being told no, they can't. When they have to send funds to another country beyond a certain amount, they said, no, you can't. There are some bank or financial institutions that would limit the amount that you can spend on a credit or debit card. And I understand the need for some controls, as I said, to manage illegal transactions. But there's some financial institutions that I know of that limit people to spend $250 US per month. They cannot spend more than $250 per month with those institutions. And also, even with the move to many things going online, right? People are being encouraged to not congregate in places, social distancing. They're being encouraged to pay their bills online. So to pay bills online, you would need to have some form of a credit or debit card. Yeah, the process to get a debit or credit card is very difficult in some places, right? They ask for 2 forms of ID, they may ask for a job letter, they may ask for a whole lot of things, and then they'll put you on a waiting list and in case you qualify to get one. There's some countries that may have had debit or credit cards that allow you to make purchases internationally, and they have even phased them out. So how can you pay your bills online if you don't have a debit card? There's an increase in people who are actually earning in cryptocurrency or from trading. They may be doing different daily trades or products like that. And when they try to withdraw their earnings, they're being told, well, they can't bring it in the country because the earnings, the way you get the earnings, it's not valid. Or, once they hear, when some institutions hear the word cryptocurrency or hear the word forex trading, they say that's a no-no. No, they do give warnings that there are scams out there, and there are, but that doesn't mean that what the scammer is using is itself invalid. It's like even before cryptocurrency, even before forex trading, there were scammers using US currency, right? Or Trinidad currency, or whatever currency people may use in the world. So does that mean that all currency is bad? Scammers would use whatever they see as whatever is something that people see as valuable. And right now, that's what people are using cryptocurrency for. So people are getting crypto and they're finding different ways to liquidate it outside the system and in unregulated places too. So what is one way we can allow people to go in a safe environment to manage their crypto? We come across to GSLifestyle. GSLifestyle is freedom. It provides a solution to the problems of where they can go to get cryptocurrency, where they can hold it, where they can spend it, where they can liquidate it. And even beyond the GSLifestyle, we're going to see all the different ways that GSLifestyle has provided freedom for us. Okay? So GSLifestyle, before going into some of those areas, GSLifestyle is a service or one of the branded services that is being provided or being contracted by NVO. Some say NVO, some say NVIO, but NVO is an FCA regulated electronic money issuer, and they provide financial services in multiple currencies to members of Concierge and GSLifestyle services, including the Ori Lifestyle program, Club Swan program, and now the GSLifestyle program as well. Okay. Now, all of these different programs or club services are powered by the MasterCard payment card. It is one of the benefits of being in those membership programs. Okay. The MasterCard payment cards issued by NVO are accepted around the world, anywhere that MasterCard is accepted. NVO was established in 2008, so you're talking about 14 years. They have been in this space, and they specialize in making financial services quick and easy through a number of innovative financial services. What are some of these services that NVO provides? Well, they provide electronic money, crypto, if you may, payment processing, foreign exchange dealing, and issuance of premier payment cards. Right? Now, people may ask, well, if the money that is sent in GSLifestyle is really being managed by NVO, how can we know that our money is safe? Right? Well, as stated before, NVO is a UK company. They're registered in Wales and authorized by the Financial Conduct Authority, or FCA, to issue electronic money. Right? Now, they conduct various financial services on behalf of the clients. Now, any money that is sent to NVO itself is not a bank, but they do have accounts, special accounts in mainstream banks, right? As you can see here, money sent to NVO is held on deposit in the UK and European banks in accordance with the Financial Service Authority requirements for electronic money issuers. Now, we had covered this in one of the sessions in the past, but for brevity, I'll just explain that the electronic money issuer is a special category of business where persons are authorized to handle, currency, right? Even though they're not a bank, they can have a special account in the bank and they can hold it for more than 20 days, as the case may be, on behalf of others. There's a special license for them to do this, right? So the account that they have in the bank is not like a regular bank account. When you have money in a regular bank account, yes, you are the beneficiary, you deposit money in a bank account in your name, and if anything goes wrong in the bank, you could withdraw from your bank account anytime, but should anything go wrong with the bank, you will be entitled to get up to a certain amount based on the insurance coverage. Okay, many times that insurance coverage can be 80,000, 100,000. It may differ depending on different parts of the world or in other currencies. But the bottom line is, you are only able to get reimbursed up until what is covered by insurance. The reason why you cannot get everything if you deposited more than that is because what you put in the bank is not kept for you. Some of the funds you use in the bank, you deposit in a normal bank account, is utilized by the bank to give loans to other people or to manage their own finances, or the certain expenses and so on that the bank may need to have. Even things such as if you have any service charges and so on, those things are deducted from your account. Whereas the account that is held by NVO is a special account that is, because of the regulations, if anything were to happen to NVO, the customers will get 100% of their funds back, because the bank does not touch it to give to loans to anyone. The bank does not touch it to service its own accounts. Whatever's there, not even NVO can use it to cover their services. That's why we have to pay a separate subscription fee to NVO, because that covers everything. There is no need to deduct anything from the account. That is why the funds in NVO is even safer than funds in a bank that is covered by insurance. Boom, there you go, right? So what are some of the services that are provided by NVO? Now, NVO, as I said, provides a bunch of services, and some of them are for the elite. There is an elite membership club called GSLifestyle, right? Which allows persons to get a solid gold payment card, and they can also get services that are catered for ultra high net worth individuals. Membership in GSLifestyle is by exclusive invitation only. Not any and everyone can join GSLifestyle. This is for ultra high net worth individuals. That is, you have to have very deep pockets to be a member there. And of course, they get access to concierge services, they get travel discounts, they get a lot of other services being a part of that special membership club. Now, there is a subset of GSLifestyle. It's actually another club. It's called Club Swan, where persons can go online and register. They get access to travel discounts, they get access to 24/7 virtual assistant, shopping services, and so on, money transfers, payment processing, multi-currency accounts, and so on. So how neat can it be if someone can get access to Club Swan's type services? And of course, both for Club Swan and GSLifestyle, there is a monthly membership fee to participate in those. But how neat will it be to have access to these services and pay even less than members of GSLifestyle or Club Swan? Well, it is possible through GSLifestyle. GSLifestyle is the most flexible card in the world. It is available in over 100 countries. It's available in 169 countries. I counted that myself. And also in 48 of the 52 states in the United States, 44 of the 52 states, right? With GSLifestyle, you have access to up to 5 traditional currency accounts, including the US dollar, British pound, euro, Chinese yuan, and Japanese yen. When you have to exchange between these currencies, you get 4 to 8% better currency exchange rates than traditional banks. And one of the neat things about it is that you can manage all your crypto and traditional currencies within one simple platform. You get personal individual wallets, and you can add funds to your account via bank transfer, credit or debit card in countries in which the regulators allow that to happen, right? You can also load via crypto transfer. So if you have crypto and you're getting crypto, you can load your card with it. If you have your bank, you can go to the bank and you can wire transfer funds to the account. Credit or debit card, as said before, that is dependent on the different regulators. But there's some countries when the regulators don't allow you to load to another to an account like this, but there are several others that do allow you. But once you have it, you can load funds. When you have funds loaded in your account, you can load what you need onto your card and then withdraw the funds anywhere that MasterCard is accepted, or you can spend it in point of sale or wherever. We will look at some of the different services a little later, in a little while, a slide after this, When you get the card, it can come in plastic, it can come in aluminum, stainless steel, gold plated, or even solid gold. The solid gold card is made out of 60 grams of pure 24 karat gold. That is really, really awesome, right? The card itself is an asset. Even after the date on the card expires, there is value in the card itself. Now we get, with whichever card you choose, you still get 24/7 global support. You have different languages. You get support from concierge. Some people think of support, right? But it is concierge because they can help you get things done. If you're looking to purchase a certain style of shoes, or if you're looking to get a plane ticket at a special rate and so on, you can ask concierge to find the best places, or to get at a certain place at a certain, you want to look for 2-star, 3-star hotels within a certain date range, and you would like to have those places booked and so on. Concierge can do all of that for you. All you need to do is click and say okay to give the approval, right? You can get discounts on hotels and travels, and you're going to hear some really interesting stories as we speak about this. There's someone, for instance, who had to travel to the US, and she had to pay $1,600 when she told her local travel agent. She had to travel to Houston, and she was told that the ticket would cost $1,600 US. So she said, you know what? I have a GSLifestyle account. Let me log in and ask concierge, the concierge services. Hello, concierge. I need to travel to Houston. I need to travel from where I live or my country at so-and-so date, at so-and-so time. I need to get there, by this specific period of time. Do you know that she got this for the same information, the same booking schedule as a local travel agent gave her? Same date, same flight number, same number of connections. And they told her the ticket would cost her $600, not $1,600. So there's savings, there's benefits of being a member of the GSLifestyle platform. And there's lots of different things there. In fact, I've managed to summarize some of these services that you see here, okay? With every account in GSLifestyle, you actually get a US account, okay? Now I said that NVO has their own account, but whenever you send funds or deposit funds, that you get a subset of that. NVO would allocate that for you. So you can have funds wired to a US account, and because of the reference number, which is how GSLifestyle tracks you, any funds deposited in an account will be held for you. You can also wire funds from that account to anyone else. Some people would call it an offshore account, but of course, we're living in a financial regulated space. So I'll simply say you have a US account that you can wire funds to, and you can send funds from anyone else who has an account, whether US or not. The bank will of course see about the exchange. We also have access to foreign exchange accounts. As I explained before, depending on your membership level, you also get access to the British pound, the euro, the Japanese yen, and Chinese yuan. For example, persons who may have to do a lot of business in Japan, people who do foreign used cars and other types of Japanese businesses, they can use their GSLifestyle account and trade with them directly in Japanese yen. Or people who deal with China, many things made in China. One of the largest wholesalers in the world, Alibaba, is based in China. Lots of vendors in China, and you can pay for them directly in Chinese yuan. Then we have the euro and the British pound. There's lots of stuff we can do, and of course we can exchange between one account and the other at any time as well too. Travel services, I mentioned that. You can book travel, you can book hotels. There's even a portal where you can check the availability of hotels in many countries around the world, see and get an idea of the facilities. You get the pictures of what the facilities look like and stuff like that. We have the concierge services as mentioned, shopping services. You can allow the platform to look for things for you. If you're looking for things online and you don't really have time to search for it, you can say, hey, go to the shopping service part. I'm looking for this brand, this color, whatever. Boom. and then the platform will search it for you while you attend to your other things. You will get links to where to the things you want, and you can pay for it without even having to transfer funds to your debit card. It can be paid directly from your account. And because some places when you go to purchase things, they would ask you have to register username, email address, password, get more newsletters again, and so on, if you're not interested in. The platform, the concierge services can get those things for you. One other thing, there are many places when you're going to purchase things online, you can get a discount or gift voucher, right, which they call instant rewards, right? You can purchase things on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Old Navy, and other places online. And when you're going to purchase, you can put in a discount code. What I like to do when I'm going to purchase things on Amazon now, since I have a GSLifestyle account, I would add my things, put it in the shopping cart. And when I'm ready to purchase, I would check the total in the shopping cart, leave Amazon, go over to my GSLifestyle account, buy that gift card voucher total, let's say it's $335.12, and I get a voucher, $335.12. I could copy the voucher now, go back to Amazon, paste it there, it will tell me $0 because of course the voucher is already paid for. And boom, I get my product and I get credits back in my GSLifestyle, which I can apply for other purchases too. So I paid for using the service. I get a cash back, which I was going to pay for anyway if I didn't use the vouchers, but I wouldn't have gotten that gift card voucher back. Boom. So that's one of the services. And with all of the services I mentioned there, notice I did not even get around to mentioning crypto accounts as yet. You have multiple crypto accounts. The major ones, you don't have all the crypto accounts, but you have access to the Bitcoin, blockchain, and wallet. You have Ethereum, you have Litecoin, you have Tron, and you also have some of the tokens that come with these blockchains. For example, on the Ethereum, you would have Tether, you would have BET, you would have Pax. With Tron, you also have the Tether. Okay, so you have Tether, ERC20, and TRC20. And after all of that, you also get a debit card with the platform. So you can load from your US account onto the debit card. Boom, right? And not only this, once you get the debit card, and if you are interested, you can also get residual income from the GSLifestyle or the GS Partners platform for selling or letting others people know about the GSLifestyle, right? So so let's take a look in more detail about the different platforms that we get with GSLifestyle. You would see here six different membership levels. We have starter, basic, aluminum, stainless steel, gold plate, and solid gold. All right, we went through some of the benefits so far, so I wouldn't go into too much detail, but this is good to give you an overview. There is no cost on starter. Well, here it says the starter is $10, but for the year, this has not, the sheet here has been updated. If you were to go on GSLifestyle and GS Partners and register for a starter, you will get a GSLifestyle account without having to pay that $10. Many people have experienced this, okay? Now, what do you get with the starter? Since you don't pay anything, you don't get something for nothing, right? But you do get access to a US account. With all of the memberships, actually, you get a US account, okay? You also get a Bitcoin account, and you can add other wallets as well. You can add the other crypto wallets. You can add the Bitcoin. Well, you have the Bitcoin already, but you can add the Tether, you can add the Tron, you can add the G999, and so on. Which means if you have a US account, basically, remember that's tied to the offshore account or the account in another country, you can have funds sent to that account. You can send funds from that account to somewhere else. The account limit is $200, but that can be extended once you load. Remember, it's a regulated company. If you were to provide the source of funds and different things, you can load more than that. But if you want to add significantly more than that, then you'll want to go with the other accounts for which you get a debit card, okay? Starting with the basic. And with all of them, you pay for the card once. It's a one-time card payment, and the card is valid for 5 years with free renewals. Okay, there's an option to upgrade to a higher membership level or to a higher card by simply paying the difference. The average delivery time for many people is 7 days, and it comes with access services. All of them come with access to services provided on GSLifestyle platform membership. The first month is free. Okay. Now, to get access to these services, we talked about the concierge, we talked about the shopping services, the gift vouchers, and all of that stuff comes with the membership. Okay. The starter doesn't really have any membership. It's just the wallet and the crypto. Okay, you don't have any card or anything, but with the cards and everything else, you need to take a membership. Monthly membership. In the other NVO managed companies, we know that the monthly membership can go from $35 up to $99 per month to get access to those services. But with the GSLifestyle, we have a manageable membership of $20 per month. $20 per month for the basic. And what do you get with that $20? What's the difference basically between the different accounts? Main difference between them, aside from the fact that we get the card, we also get access to a higher deposit amount. Okay, we have with the basic, you can deposit up to $500,000 US in the account. Okay. With the aluminum, you can deposit $750,000 in that account. The stainless steel, 1 million, gold plated, 2 million. And with the solid gold card, you can deposit 5 million, 10 million, 100 million, 1 billion. It doesn't matter. Because with the solid gold card, it is unlimited. Right? The card limit with all of these cards, you can load from the account to the card. Remember, the account is the US account. You also get a card that you can load funds to. So from the account, you can load onto the card $15,000 per day. Remember, I mentioned that there's a financial service that allows persons to spend $250 per month. And here we have $15,000 per day. Which means if you have the means to do so, you can load 15,000 today, you can load 15,000 tomorrow, 15,000 the day after that. And if 10 days passes and you can do that straight, in 10 days you can have $150,000 on that debit card. And with the solid gold, it's even more. You can load $100,000 per day on that debit card. In 10 days, you can have $1 million on that debit card. You can walk into a shop somewhere, swipe, get your Tesla. You want to go to the, some of the expensive hotels around the world. You can go to the Burj Al Arab in Dubai, or just go and book your vacation for a week and swipe if you have the means to do so. And this is the other thing that some of the other card providers can't handle. When you swipe in some of those other cards, it will say, hey, limit reached. Yeah, you swipe and you go about your business. That's really cool. You go to the ATM, you can put your card in the ATM and you can withdraw up to $1,500 worth in your local currency. Boom, right? Now, of course, in many terminals where you load cash, the cash tray can only dispense up to a certain amount because, of course, it can only hold some amount of cash, right? So in some countries, so basically because of that, you may have to do this in 3 tranches. You withdraw once, you get up to $500 worth. Withdraw a second time in the day, $500 worth. A third time, so basically a total of $1,500 per day. Boom, right? And of course, for the solid gold, you can withdraw up to $2,500 in the ATM. Now, if persons want to put their solid gold card in an ATM, I would leave that to you if you want to do that. I wouldn't want to do something like that. But it's possible to do so, right? Depending on where the ATM machine is. Okay? Member-to-member transfers. If you have a GSLifestyle account, you can send funds that's in your GSLifestyle to any other GSLifestyle member at no cost. With the exception if you have a starter, if you're transferring to someone else with a starter, you have to pay a 0.5% fee on what it is you have. But anyone else, GSL to GSL is at no cost, right? So of course, with all of that, we just want to go a little bit further. Okay. As mentioned before, in addition to all of the benefits that we have with the GSLifestyle, if you become a GS Partners member, okay, you have to become a GS Partners customer to purchase the GSLifestyle product. But if you do decide to become a GS Partners member, you can actually refer. You may not be able to afford some of the higher membership, the cards, because your aluminum is $435, stainless steel $985, gold plated $65.95, and so on. You may not be able to afford those things, but if you want to get those, or even the card itself, and you can't afford to do it, well, no scene. You can register in GS Partners as a member. That's just $33, folks. $33. And once you refer the card, if you have people in your team that purchase the card, you will get commissions when they purchase their card packages. You get commissions when they pay their monthly memberships, and every time they swipe, you get commissions there too, right? Which is a pretty awesome deal. There are other people will say, okay, well, there are other crypto cards in the market, but those crypto cards, they don't give you commissions when you refer to others. So how do the commissions work? Well, very simple. This is how GS Partners works. Once you pay $33, it's really a savings because you get assets when you pay that $33. You can save that every month for other benefits. So once you save that $33 in GS Partners, then you get a referral link that you can share with others, right? And when they register, you get 15% of the commissionable value of what they pay for. Or even if they purchase other things in GS Partners, you get 15%. Okay? If they become members themselves, you then get access to the 9-level compensation plan. Like if the one person you register also becomes a member, they pay their $33, you can get commissions down to 3 levels, whoever they refer and whoever they refer, right? If 2 persons that you personally sponsor become active members, you can get paid down to 6 levels. And if 3 persons that you personally sponsor also decide to become active members, you can get paid down to 9 levels. That's basically what the high level is. You can have 10, 20, 50 personal customers. They don't have to pay that $33, but at least 3 of them will need to do so if you were to be rewarded with the multiple levels of income, right? So how does this work? Well, this is an example. This is not a guarantee of income. It is merely an example of how the rewards work. No income claims are being made. If you become a member yourself and you refer to 3 other members to become members and they do the same, it is possible to earn up to over $50,000 per month. Because the $33, it's a monthly savings. Companies encouraging people to save every month, right? Many people are looking to spend, but whatever you save, as I said, you get access to other forms of assets and you get rewarded for doing so, okay? So just referring others, this plan alone brings an additional income for others, okay? As I said, this is not real world. It's very, very rare, or probably I don't know ever, where one person refers 3 and they only refer 3. Some people will refer 5, 10, 15. Some people will refer 1 or 2. So this is definitely not a perfect model, but this is an example of what is possible, right? Now, how does this work though with the GSLifestyle product? When you purchase a GSLifestyle product, or when you refer one and they purchase it, what's it like? Well, as stated before, GSLifestyle is being provided by a third party. So GS Partners would have to pay that third party for the cards. And the difference, or the revenue generated from the transaction, is what we get paid commissions on. And I'll give an example on this, right? Let's look at the stainless steel. The stainless steel, would cost $985, right? Out of that $985, $500 is what is commissionable. So your first level, or your front line, as we may say, when they make a purchase of the stainless steel, you get 15% of that $500, right? And when they're there, remember this is the breakdown. The first level is 15%, second level is 5%, and 3 to 8 or 4%, and then 96%. So if one of your persons sponsors someone else who obtains a stainless steel, they get 15% of that 501, and you get 5% of that 501, and so on down the line with all of the other products. Same thing with the monthly subscription. The monthly subscription, it's $20 per month for the basic and $35 per month on the aluminum. Now, for every time they paid the $35 or the $20, right, we will get paid on $5 or $8 of that, right? And let's say we won't get $5, we'll get 15% of the $5 or the $8, as the case may be. But the real powerful one is the last item here. With every swipe, there is a transaction fee of 30 cents. That itself is also significant, because there are other debit cards, when you do transactions, you'll be charged $1 per transaction, 75 cents per transaction, $1.50 per transaction. With GSLifestyle, the transaction fees on each swipe is 30 cents. And we get paid a transaction on that 30 cents, right? We get a portion of that, well, the 15% of that is what we get paid for. So, like, take another thing, the same 3-person example. You have 3 persons to get cards, and they help 3 people to get cards, and so forth. How does this work in this scenario? Again, this is not a guarantee. This is an example of one transaction. If everybody here does one transaction, on the level 1, 3 people do a transaction, right? They get the 15% commissions on the 30 cents. So 3 times 3, that's 90 cents. 15% of 90, that's 14 cents from 3 people doing a transaction. And if that goes down the line, it is possible, if everybody here does one transaction, one swipe, we get 472 cents and $472.50. Okay? Now, people may say, what? Almost 30,000 people here, and I'm only getting $472. Hey, this is one swipe. My question is, think about it. How many swipes does one person do on a daily basis? People swipe to pay for food. People swipe to pay for their gas. People swipe to pay for clothes. People swipe to pay their bills. They swipe, they swipe, they swipe. Studies have shown that an average person may swipe 3 to 4 times per day to get what they need. Because some people don't like to walk around with too much cash. The bandits will take it from them, or it will just disappear. So they swipe, they swipe, they swipe, right? And 4 times per day. So how much times per day will people swipe? How much times per week will that work out to? How much times per month? I'm not making any income claims. I'm just saying, think about it. And this is an example of what is possible from one transaction. So what happens when you extend it, right? Your income claims being made here. This is just how it looks. Okay, so how do we get started with the GSLifestyle? Well, as stated before, GSLifestyle is a product, it's a platform that you can get from GS Partners. So you first start with GS Partners. You need to register for a GS Partners account as a customer, right? You can use your sponsors link to do so. So whoever told you about this program, or whoever referred you to take a look at it, right? You can speak to them. They would give you a referral link, right? And then you can register your account. Put in your email address. I mean, people register for all sorts of things, so that is not a problem. The next thing you would need to do is to do your KYC. Remember, this is the regulated space we're talking about. So for GS Partners, anytime you're making a purchase or you have to withdraw funds, you would need to have the KYC approved. That is basically one form of ID. One form of ID and a selfie of yourself holding the ID. Okay? Once you're waiting for that to be approved, you would already have an idea of the value of the card that you want. The value of the card is based in Bitcoin or Ethereum, okay? You can purchase the card in Bitcoin or Ethereum, a US worth in Bitcoin or Ethereum. You deposit that. There's some people who see the USDT and they would deposit USDT, but no, you can't purchase the cards with USDT. You can purchase it with USDT value in Bitcoin or Ethereum, all right? Once you place the funds in there, you order a GSLifestyle card, type in the registration info, which will include the address that you're going to have the card sent to. It will include your email address and the password that you would like to use on the GSLifestyle. That is then sent over to the GSLifestylecard.com platform. So once you complete the registration in GS Partners, then you would continue on GSLifestyle platform itself. You've paid for the card, GS Partners will see about sending the registration information over to GSLifestyle and you can log in there. Once you log into GSLifestyle for the first time, you will be given the email to validate that you put in the correct email address, that your phone number is accurate, and your two-factor authentication will be set up there. And then, of course, you would have to do another KYC, but this time it is for the GSLifestyle, because Envio is a separate partner. It's a separate platform from GS Partners. But their their KYC process only requires you to take out your phone and take a live pic. It's not going to be like you send a picture and you upload it. It will be done as part of the same process. And in some countries, you would need to know what is the approved ID in that country. In Trinidad and Tobago, for example, it will be the passport, okay? In other countries, you can do passport or ID, national ID, or driver's license, okay? And once that is done, boom, you will have access to the platform. You can talk to concierge, you can get your gift vouchers, you can access the different currencies, you can transfer funds, receive funds, all while waiting for the debit card. All non-debit card service cards are available. And then you can also add the crypto wallets in your platform. And then boom, a couple of days later, you get the card via FedEx or DHL, right? If you haven't gotten your card yet, you can simply log in. There's a button there, concierge, hello concierge, can you tell me, I've been waiting for 5 days, for 4 days, I haven't seen my card yet, can I get the shipping or the tracking number? They will respond to you. When you get the card, you will have to activate it using the last 4 digits, and boom, then you'll have all services available. That's how you get started with GSLifestyle. Persons who want to get more details on how to use the platform, there's a guy by the name of, well, goes by Computer Guy, Michael Aman, has created a manual that you can get at bit.ly/GSL user manual. That's bit.ly/capital GSL, the lowercase user manual, and then you will get access to the manual. And you learn how to transfer funds, how to exchange crypto to fiat, all of this stuff, how to load the card and so on. So that basically is an overview of the GSLifestyle product, and I hope it clarifies any questions persons may have. I'll be open for questions shortly, but before I do so, I would just want to give one little update on the platform itself. One of the things that we could have done with the GSLifestyle also, remember I said the funds are to be loaded in GS Partners. GS Partners is one of the gold standard bank group of services. And we would have been able to load funds from GSLifestyle to GS Partners directly. But that feature is temporarily unavailable on the platform because the company is currently providing some updates on the platform to provide a better experience and additional functionalities that we're going to be hearing about soon, which includes better integration with the Gold Standard Bank. Okay, and the GSLifestyle team apologizes for any inconveniences caused in interim. So be advised accordingly, right? So I want to say thank you for attending. Thank you so much. And at this time, I would open the floor for any questions people may have. And I see, and I'll also go through the chat to see what chats may have been in there during the session. So yes, so some persons have typed in the questions. I see Mark Manmohan. Thank you. Can anyone testify to being able to wire transfer funds from their Republic bank account to their GSLifestyle account? Yes, The GSLifestyle, particularly this question for persons who may be here from other countries. This is Republic Bank is one of the banks in Trinidad and Tobago. And since the card was available in Trinidad on the 9th of April 2021, many people have been wire transferring funds from Trinidad to the GSLifestyle platform. Up until last month, I was hearing of somebody else doing that. So yes, it is possible to wire transfer from Republic or any other account, because this is basically how you get a wire transfer information. Once you have the routing number, the SWIFT code, and all of that stuff, right? And to any financial institution, and it's valid, you can transfer it. So, yes. And the bank actually is going to Barclays Bank in the UK. When you go to your GSLifestyle account, you would see all of the banking coordinates that you need. You would click on your account, you click on deposit, and you choose international bank, and then you would see what the account number is, the beneficiary name, the routing number, all of that. Once you provide that to your financial institution, any financial institution with their salt should be able to send a wire transfer. So boom, there you go. The only thing they may say is that some institutions will say they would have a shortage of US, you just wait a while, or when we get, you can send. But many times they just go ahead and send it. Right. So, yes, so the second thing is here. Once I fund my GSLifestyle account, I can buy Tether TRC20. And yes, there is in the GSLifestyle, when you can add the Tron account. Once you add Tron, you can add the TRC20, the Tron blockchain. I mean, once you add the Tron blockchain, which also comes with its wallet, you can add the TRC20. So you have TRC20 in GSLifestyle. You also have the Ethereum you can add, and you can add USDT ERC20 as well. Correct. If the above is applicable, and what has been the average cost, taking in consideration all relevant fees to purchase? Okay, well, I would have to go in and do a transaction. I can't answer that question, right? If I wire transfer 100 USD, how much crypto I have? Oh, okay. So this is to be broken down into two steps. You don't wire transfer to get USD. You wire transfer to the account. Persons who have told me they wire transfer, wire transfer, the financial institution they use would charge a fee to do the wire transfer. That has nothing to do with GSLifestyle. But they have said, once they send the funds to transfer, if they send $100, they receive $100 in their US account. Boom. They got $100 in their account. Now, I mentioned that there are fees. One of the fees you would see, if you were to go into the GSLifestyle, there's a table that shows the fees, and the fees for exchanging from fiat to crypto is typically around 3%. So if somebody has $100, I think they may be able to get about, once they pay from the US and they were to buy the crypto, they may get about 97 US worth in USDT or Bitcoin or Ethereum or whichever one it is. The value will be about the same once that 3% is applied, right? So the wire transfer, there's two parts. One is wire transfer in US, wire 100 US is received, right? In terms of the fees, when you're buying from the US to whatever crypto, there's a 3% fee. Okay. Right, now see, someone says, the lifestyle platform has been in maintenance for some time now. Is there a reason to be concerned? The platform has been in maintenance. I am not aware of that. I was on the platform yesterday. If it went in maintenance today, many times if you were to go to the platform and it's in maintenance, it would be back up within like an hour or something like that, right? So, okay, so let's see. Not bad. Do you know if we can wire transfer via online banking? That depends on the financial institution, as I said. If the financial institution allows that, well, yeah. Once you have the information to populate the fields, this is not a limitation of GSLifestyle. This has to do with whatever the financial institution is. There's some financial institutions that allow online transfer of wire transfer. There's some institutions do. So that is a question that will really have to be answered by the financial institution themselves, if they can wire transfer. I can't answer that for GSLifestyle. But if you want to wire transfer from GSLifestyle to other platforms, yes, you can do that simply from the account. Once you know the recipient's routing number, SWIFT code, and all that stuff, you can wire transfer from GSLifestyle to anywhere else. Because that's wire transferring from is within GSLifestyle controls. Wire transferring to is really dependent on the financial institution you're dealing with. Okay. Where can we get the info to populate the field if the bank allows it? Well, as explained before, you go to your GSLifestyle account, you go to deposit, and you get a drop-down list: crypto deposit, local bank, UK, international bank. You just choose international bank, and then you'll get all the information there: the SWIFT code number, the routing number, the beneficiary name, the bank address, all that stuff is within the GSLifestyle account. You just go to deposit, and in fact, it's a good to get familiar. This is how I got familiar. I just went through all the menus and see what each one does, and nothing is going to blow up. So I encourage everybody, if you have a GSLifestyle account, to simply go through all the menus and see what it does. You can also download the manual, because I've documented everything I've seen there too. Okay, so yeah, so that's where you can go. All right. So any other questions anyone may have, you can also, in addition to the chat, you can also unmute the mic and ask any questions. I'll try to answer it as best as I can. Okay, for feedback. All right, well, that will be it for now then. Thank you very much, all of you, for tuning in to GSLifestyle presentation Sunday at 6. And that would be it for now until we meet again. So have a fantastic evening and have a very productive and successful week as well. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.